hours of service are stupid. All right, I'm sitting in an empty truck because I'm just driving it, transporting it, and I have to wait another 17 minutes before I'm able to start driving again because of hours of service. Now, I could have ran paper logs and all that if I really wanted to, because I just don't get out over the road that much, but whatever. I'm trying to do it legit, and now I'm stuck here waiting for 17 more minutes till I can go. So I figured what better time than to update you guys on everything that's been going on. Well, so for a couple of months now, I've been trying to figure out a bunch of stuff, right? A bunch of stuff personally, a bunch of stuff with my work and all this stuff. And so I made the decision to actually step down from my role at Reed Transport. Ironically, I'm wearing one of their shirts, I'm driving one of their trucks, but I decided to step down from my role as a chief operating officer and to step away from TRC Freight as well as the chief strategy officer and kind of embark on my own journey. Several months ago, I opened up my own authority, and you guys have known I've been hauling campers and cars and all that stuff, and did buy a bigger trailer, and then decided I didn't want to use that, and got a little trailer so I would stay local, doing single car in-ops and stuff like that. And it's been pretty good. Got our broker authority, so I'm able to broker some of the cars because I've gotten a lot of direct dealerships and stuff that I've been working with. And, there's no real reason other than just me and who I am. I don't really like working for people that much. And to be honest, outside of being a firefighter, this was one of the longer jobs that I've ever had, to be completely honest, like W-2 jobs. I'm not a big fan of working for people. I also get tired of stuff very quickly. And so I made the decision last month, actually, to step away from that role. And I went on vacation and came back and then kind of did a hasty transition to the girl that's going to be running Reed Transport. And then just started doing my own thing. I'm actually going back to school again for medical science, and I think I'm going to work through logistics for the next 3 or 4 years until I finish the degree. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. I may go teach. I have big problems with the educational system. So what better way than to try to fix them? Or I may do something else, or this company may end up continuing to grow. I mean, I had a pretty strong first month considering it was just me, so I can't really complain too much. But because I have a CDL, Josh, the owner, called me and said, "Hey, do you want to move some trucks around for me?" And I was like, "Absolutely." Because one, I love driving big trucks too. So I went up to Delaware, picked up a truck, brought it to Oklahoma, and now I'm bringing another one back to the Tennessee area. So it's pretty good. But that's I guess the little update for you guys. I do think if I can find some time, I will be able to start talking some politics again. I listen to what's going on in the news, and granted, a lot of it may surprise you because my views haven't really changed, but they've evolved, and I think that everyone has lost their minds on all sides of the aisle, and people can't look at the good that's happening, but they also can't address the bad that's happening. And it's really perplexing because every now and then I talk with a family member and they're like telling me what they're hearing on the news, and then I'm telling them what the actual truth is because I just consume the news and I consume it from all sources. So I have a different point of view than if you only listen to one news station. So I may start another podcast where I talk a little bit about that. I may also start one where I just talk about the freight industry because in all reality, I'm always going to work in it. For the next 2 or 3 years, it's how I'm going to have to make a living. So I will continue to talk about it and do all that stuff and work in it. But there's been some changes. There's probably going to be a return to the podcast pretty soon because I feel like it's almost like a duty that I have to tell what's going on in the world so that everybody understands it, or at least understands my view, because maybe you agree, maybe you don't. I know a lot of people agree and a lot of people disagree with me, so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's the latest update. It's been, I don't know, 2 months since I made a live stream, which is funny because the last time I did it, I was super busy with work, but we were covering the LA protests and all that. And so I made a return after like 10 months of not live streaming at all. Said I was going to come back and do the podcast and all that stuff. Now I just got to work on some time management because I don't have, how nice it is to be able to sleep through the night and not have my phone ring. Every single day my phone would ring approximately 5,642 times, dealing with all the truck issues and owner ops calling me about stuff, or company drivers needing parking at 3 o'clock in the morning, or to pay a lumper because we're a refrigerated fleet. And it's so nice to not have that. And I'll be honest with you, it's so nice. Like last night, granted, I only slept for 6 hours because apparently Chattanooga's flooding and they canceled school today. So I got a call at 6 a.m. here, 7 a.m. there, saying schools are closed for the day. So that woke me up. But yeah, it's outside of that, man, I slept through the night, which is rare, because normally I wake up and have to deal with a phone call. And I was thinking about that yesterday when I was driving. My phone was very quiet, and it's very nice. I actually like it. So, but yeah, that's the latest update. So you guys can stay tuned. There's probably going to be a lot more. I have created a work page for my new company, Capacity. To be honest, it's not a new company. It's one that I've had for 8 years, and the Authority is aged because I've had it for so long as well. I just reactivated the Authority and reactivated the Brokerage Authority, just so I can handle cars for some of these auto dealers that I'm working with, and instead of funneling them through the broker in Miami that I've been using for a while. Because the one thing I can do, and I've always been able to do, is go out and sell. And it's not really hard if you're presentable, and especially in the auto transport industry, it's not hard to sell anything because the industry is so rampant with fraud and double brokering, and it's so much worse than traditional freight. So I've been able to essentially walk into a dealer and they're like, hey, you're presentable. You want some more business? And I'm like, absolutely. Which is the reason why I bought the new trailer. So I have a 24-foot full tilt hydraulic 12,000 pound winch that's rated for 14.5. So I'm able to pull 10,000 pounds. It's a heavy trailer. It's almost 5,000 pound trailer itself. It's a full steel deck. And I'm only running within 150 miles of Chat, really, so I'm not having to use ELDs or anything like that. I'm running local, so it's nice. But yeah, so that's the latest update. I probably have, according to this, I've been doing this for 8 minutes. I probably have 8 or 9 minutes left on my break before I can reset, but I thought you guys would enjoy this. I'm at a Little Love's. I can't switch the camera, it doesn't let me. But I'm at a Tiny Love's in Oklahoma. And last night I wasn't planning on stopping because I'd only been driving for like 3 or 4 hours, but I was tired anyway. But I wasn't planning on stopping just yet, but I pulled in and there was a parking spot right by the fuel aisle, and I'm like, that's calling my name. So I backed in and that's it. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on what I should call the new podcast, put them down in the comments. All right? We'll see you guys next time. Bye.